What's going on, everybody? Well, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about Luna Classic and the drama that's going on. Why do some people still want to see this fail? It is absolutely beyond me. So we're going to talk a little bit about the latest drama that's going on with Luna Classic, how that's impacted the price, and fundamentally what's my views on it, as well as a couple of updates coming on the station platform that I think you need to be aware of. So all of that in this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's stick together. Let's make sure everyone's aware of what's going on, and we'll see what happens in the future. But don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and with that being said, let's get into what's going on. So we'll take a quick look at Terra Luna Classic, currently sitting at the 8682. That's right, we broke that level at the 90 point, that really strong support we had, and we actually were doing very well. We had some good volume coming in. I think there's a lot of hype and a lot of intentions around the quant team. USTC repeg started to get a bit of momentum, and then as ever, sometimes with the Luna Classic there is a small minority of people that for whatever reason think they know better than other people, and then what happens is we end up back exactly where we all started, which is pretty frustrating. But market cap just holding on to about 500 million and the volume down at 36 million. So what am I talking about when I talk about that? Well, we're going to do that in just 1 second. Just let's get a quick word from today's sponsor, CryptoDrop.net. Here we are then once again back on CryptoDrop.net to take our chance with some of these cases. I'm fancying the $39 ETH case. Now this one, a potential return of $15,180 if we were to bag the big one. What does it look like we're going to get? Looks like we're going to take about 0.04, $75.90. Now, as ever, you can take your winnings. We can sell, or we can try again. Try your luck on the same case, or what I think we should do is probably try another case. So we click the try again button here, head on over, and let's try a different case. Let's go for Solana, Litecoin. Obviously, the Litecoin halving coming soon. This is going to be $38, 2 cases. We'll see what we can bag with this one. Like I said, Solana and Litecoin. It looks like we're going to take home it's a 0.1 on Litecoin and then a 48.59.5. So 0.6 there in Litecoin. Again, the two come together and we can keep them, or we can sell the total there for 58.31. So nice little return. We'll try again, another couple of cases. Remember, about $38 we're spending on these cases together. What are we going to bag? It looks like we're going to bag some Solana on this one. 2 Solana, 45.28 is the current price. Obviously, there is a ton of different cases for all of your financial needs and requirements. Obviously, you can spend as much or as little as you want. Always, though, make sure you spend only what you can afford to lose. It's very important with these particular sites. But Bitcoin Pizza, always a good one. It's $5 a coin. You can get Bitcoin, Matic, Litecoin, USDT, as well as some others. What else are we going to bag? Looks like a bit of Tether. $14 on the money there on the Bitcoin Pizza case. Now, all of those winnings do obviously sit within our portfolio. We'll try this ETH case actually one more time. Let's try this ETH case and see what we can bag. This one looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. I'd love a 15,000. It looks like it's a 75.90, another 0.04. But what we can do, like I said, is take all of our winnings out, send it to our non-custodial wallet, or anywhere you want that you have an address. And remember, CryptoDrop.net. Okay, so we got this announcement that came from LUNC Bernami. So he is, I guess, the kind of community manager, marketing lead for the L1 Task Force team. It says, LUNC community, please find a resource update for the L1 Task Force at the following location before. And this is what he's done. It says here, over the past several months, much has been achieved with updating the blockchain, Cosmos SDK and Tendermint, and both undergone major version upgrades, and the blockchain has achieved ROS and parity. However, due to recent events where the L1 Task Force team has been blackmailed and has sensitive personal information released to the public without their consent, with a heavy heart, Frag and LUNC Bernami have resigned effective immediately. Family safety and security come first, and this decision was not made lightly. Now, there is a couple of additions to that. So surplus Q2 funding will be sent back to the community pool. Q3 funding for LUNC Bernami and Frag will also be sent back to the community pool. Vin, Zhao, Jevic, and Superman will remain for Q3. The main point of contact for the L1 Task Force team community will be Vin. Please contact Vin with any questions related to the L1 Task Force team, and that's the disconnects, the socials there that you can do it. LUNC Bernami and Frag wish to thank the Luna Classic validators for their professionalism, support through all the upgrades, and the community for their support during the past 2 successful quarters. So he does continue a little bit on the on his tweets. Said, due to recent events, effective immediately, have resigned, and I'd like to thank the LUNC Bernami and validators. And there's a lot, almost an outpouring of kind of thanks and gratitude to them, and at the same time, people asking them not to go. Now, we've been here before, and this is the kind of frustration, I guess, where you have a select group of people that for whatever reason decide this is the right thing, but have no input on the chain whatsoever, have no idea what to do with the chain. And I guess fundamentally don't really have the best interests of Luna Classic at heart. Now, yes, is the price down? Of course it is. Is this thing going to 20x overnight because we've done this? No, it's not. And I think this is the crazy part that a lot of people don't understand. You've got to understand with anything like Luna Classic, when we want to see the price move, we want to see investments return to holders and ultimately really get back to what Luna Classic is all about. If you are an active investor, if you are looking to get into something and you see this going on, why would you ever invest? And for those people that have doxed the L1 task force team, I just don't get it. I absolutely don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And all that happens is we get exactly what we've got, which is a dump in the price once again. So it has the complete adverse effect in what I think they're going to do. Now, I can speculate. I could guess what there is. Obviously, at the minute, it is very tense in Luna Classic. A lot of people lost a lot of money, and we should never forget that. But what this doesn't do is support the longevity of the chain. It doesn't support it. And actually, we had some really nice momentum. However you want to look at it, from a technical standpoint, we were in a nice upward trend until all this came out, and we basically end up back where we started. So kind of frustrating. We actually tested the 9.6s, albeit very early on yesterday, but we tested those 9.6s, and then right now we've kind of dumped all the way back down. So, you know, it supports some money going back into the community pool. Hopefully we can then look to develop that when maybe some people come onto the team. Now, what we can, and what is a positive, is we still have the Quant Algo team as well as the Terra Rebels developing on their part. So it isn't all lost, but boy, do we just need to chill out when it comes to this and actually have discourse and conversation. The problem we have right now is that people can just wildly accuse things and do crazy things like dox people when they don't want it. And I think when you're a developer on a chain, you are not about being it. Now, there's an argument to say if you're a community or a marketing manager where your sole purpose is to bring new investors or get word out, then I think you should be doxed, the same as I'm here on my YouTube channel talking to you guys, because it's important that you know who I am and what my values stand for. So I do think there's an argument there, but it is incredibly, incredibly frustrating. On a more positive note, however, we do have an updated, revised wallet infrastructure vote from Happy Catty Crypto. So great news that we see that coming on there with a few changes. Ultimately, the current point in time, the station module ultimately rely on all nodes, Rebel Station, all those kind of things, rely on the TFL to upgrade them. What we want to do is kind of decouple and own this as much as possible. It says here, the mobile app will be provided by APK file and will be added to the app stores. The products will be utilized public node infrastructure for now, but with an open extend to the fallback secondary infrastructure if necessary. I urge all validators to take a stand, cast their vote, fill their duties as validators on this blockchain. So again, just taking us away, reducing the reliance on TFL, which I think is important, bring it all further in-house, which is ultimately why we still need to keep a core development team that can support with things like this. So it's a very, I'm not going to say sad day, but I think there is some people out there that just really need to take stand of what they're doing and how that is fundamentally going to support a chain when you've got people leaving that, you know, could add value to it. And I think that's really, really important when we start to talk about that. So not a great day, I think, for Luna Classic. We do continue, we build, we restructure, and we go again. And look, we've got 3 months to come still. We can take a look at what's going on over on StakeBin when we talk about validators, community pools, etc. So we're still waiting for some of those refunds to come back in. So we'll have a significant amount to come back in. But stats, we still continue to see people staking. So actually people are still excited about Luna Classic. People are still staking it. But at the same time, this is slow and it needs to be quicker. And I think how you do that, you bring structure together. We know that Terra Rebels are working with the L1 team. And if our development teams can do it, I urge the community to do exactly the same. It's very, very important. We will never succeed if all we do is fight in-house. Now, if something's wrong, that should absolutely be called out and it should be put there. Use the governance system. Do it the right way. Let's not start being crazy, because that's never going to fix anything. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments down below. Do you think it was the right thing to dox them? Do you think they should be doxed? Or actually, do you think we've made a pretty bad mistake? I'm very interested to know what you think about it, all in the comments. And as ever, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in cryptocurrency, Luna Classic, Shiba Inu, and all the rest. With that being said, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.